Who's ready to see some pro stock racing? No, this is Riverside. You can be louder than that. Who's ready to see some pro stock racing? RJ Poirier Heavy Equipment and East Coast International present round number 3 on the series. We begin with...
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Dan, Trevor, are we good? Noel, let's get this party started.
For the first time in 2022 here at Riverside, I'm happy to say, drivers, start your engines!
150 laps presented by RJ Poirier Heavy Equipment, set to go green. Let's wave these drivers on and bring them home for 150 laps. Come on, everybody get to waving on your feet. They will wave back at you, saluting you for coming out and supporting them in the RJ Poirier Heavy Equipment 150.
So the Atlantic Tilt Load Heat races were wild, to say the least. What is this race going to be like?
We've seen 2 passes for the lead in the 30-lap-to-go mark. In the last 2 races, they've both gone the way of Craig Slonwhite. He'll start in 10th. Pace car is in. Butcher and Chisholm. Ladies and gentlemen, the pros.
Clean so far. Blankhorn probably making a 3 wide there. And around lap number 1, Donald Chisholm will lead the first lap of the RJ Poirier Heavy Equipment 150. Noggle following right in his tire tracks.
Side by side for the runner-up position, and Nicholas Noggle will escape with it. Jared Butcher falls back, and Stevie Lively's going for 4th on the outside.
What a run early on here in the RJ Poirier 150 for Stevie Lively, returning full-time on the Tour this year, and he's going to try and truck around Black Betty in the 67. I'll tell you, Tim, that outside lane, it's working, and it's really working for him.
Mike McKenzie's got that car hooked up and hauling the mail on the outside. The East Coast Financing, number 30 to the outside, looking to keep it in the top 5. He'll clear Kyle Reed.
Good runner.
Welcome to Newfoundland, Labrador, home of NASCAR's postseason.
Who's ready to see some pro stock racing? No, this is Riverside. You can be louder than that. Who's ready to see some pro stock racing? RJ Poirier Heavy Equipment and East Coast International present round number 3 on the series. We begin with...
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Dan, Trevor, are we good? Noel, let's get this party started.
For the first time in 2022 here at Riverside, I'm happy to say, drivers, start your engines!
150 laps presented by RJ Poirier Heavy Equipment, set to go green. Let's wave these drivers on and bring them home for 150 laps. Come on, everybody get to waving on your feet. They will wave back at you, saluting you for coming out and supporting them in the RJ Poirier Heavy Equipment 150.
So the Atlantic Tilt Load Heat races were wild, to say the least. What is this race going to be like?
We've seen 2 passes for the lead in the 30-lap-to-go mark. In the last 2 races, they've both gone the way of Craig Slonwhite. He'll start in 10th. Pace car is in. Butcher and Chisholm. Ladies and gentlemen, the pros.
Clean so far. Blankhorn probably making a 3 wide there. And around lap number 1, Donald Chisholm will lead the first lap of the RJ Poirier Heavy Equipment 150. Noggle following right in his tire tracks.
Side by side for the runner-up position, and Nicholas Noggle will escape with it. Jared Butcher falls back, and Stevie Lively's going for 4th on the outside.
What a run early on here in the RJ Poirier 150 for Stevie Lively, returning full-time on the Tour this year, and he's going to try and truck around Black Betty in the 67. I'll tell you, Tim, that outside lane, it's working, and it's really working for him.
Mike McKenzie's got that car hooked up and hauling the mail on the outside. The East Coast Financing, number 30 to the outside, looking to keep it in the top 5. He'll clear Kyle Reed.
Good runner.
And the 67 is coming to the front. Dylan Blankhorn looking at Donald Chisholm for the top spot.
And he is reeling in the hometown boy, Donald Chisholm. Part-time driver? Yeah, I don't know about that. He's driving like he's been doing full-time racing since 2019. Black Betty knocking on the door, Chisholm.
Donald Chisholm looking to hold on over Dylan Blankhorn. Blankhorn's got nothing to lose, and Donald's part-time too on this series as they battle for the lead.
Jared Butcher trying to get back up to third as Blankhorn makes the move on the inside, side by side, the 67 in the 89 to turn 3 and side by side for third. New leader in the RJ Poirier Heavy Equipment 150. Black Betty back in front. Dylan Blankhorn. Nick Noggle having his hands full with Noggle. The 54.
Boy.
Wow, up the track was the 54. Contact. The 99, the 54 rubbed fenders there. Craig may have actually hit the rear tire on Jared Butcher. We'll keep an eye on that as Russell Smith Jr. trying to crack the top 5.
Rusty is digging the 99, going to let it up, and the 88 goes to the outside. Russell Smith Jr. 88, 99 as they battle for position number 5 and a 4.
Rusty looking for that.
They picked up one more spot. Jared Butcher falls back as Cole Butcher looks at Kyle Reed.
I will tell you, Tim, the spotters on these cars as Vaughn gives a little shot to the back end of the 29. These spotters are working hard. It looks like maybe a tire rub there on the 42 or some brake smoke. They were kind of smoking you a little. No, now that's starting to become a big thing. There might be a tire rub there on the 42 car, Tim.
They can't be brake smoke in the middle of the straightaway. I wouldn't think the 42 going down into the corner must be a tire rub or something. Maybe a little bit more in that 42 car. Is it continue? Oh yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good. But the 42 is still keeping speed with Cole Butcher. We'll keep an eye on that as we are following it on the TCM TV feed. It's still the Dylan Blankhorn show. Donald Chisholm right behind in second. And wow, big smoke coming into the 42. It's Cheech and Chong right now for Kyle Reed. And he spins in turn 2. They all spin. Oh, Butcher!
Oh, trouble!
Oil on the track, and Butcher was right in the tire tracks. Back end smushed for the 54.
Proud to the inside of Butcher. Butcher up the hill!
Like an
Great
ice
save!
rink. Like an ice rink that 53 was on.
He had to stick handle that race car up the hill. Greg Proud opens the door to the inside, and here comes Sloan White as well. Sloan White in the 99 to the outside of Chisholm.
Oh, and Austin McDonald in the 53. Loose
Butcher.
again. Oh, that 53 is just not handling good in the messy. Oh, Rusty Jr. tagged by Rogers as there was 3 wide, 2 rows deep.
Does Cole maybe have a tire going down or something, or is it just he's hitting that the wrong way?
I don't know. He's on the outside where it's very dirty from all the speedy dry, but just cannot weasel his way. I'm trying to get a look at the right front tire. Now he falls in line for number 1 as Craig Slomwhite dealing with a little bit of traffic. He's stuck behind the battling 41.
Oh, trouble on the front!
Oh, big wreck on the front with Matt Vaughn, Ashton Tucker, and Nick Noggle. Ooh, the 2 is smashed up some good along with the 0. Caution on the speedway.
Right there.
Right there. So Nick got a little bit of help.
Yep.
In the earlier stage of this race. East Coast International crew working hard on the 0. A lot of rear end and front end damage. A lot of front end damage on the number 2 of Ashton Tucker. You can see there's the old bear bond and maybe Gorilla Tape there. We can see the crew putting on the 0 car. I fixed the Honda Civic with that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The most exciting time of the year here at Vidane TV. Welcome, everybody. A little Tuesday night action here tonight. Tim's Corner Motorsports here for the Tim's Corner Motorsports Showcase Open 100 here at Langley Speedway, presented by Tulco Electric. Big time shout out to Tulco Electric and all the boys over there helping us out, getting the internet racing out into the airwaves. Showtime. Paul Strickland Jr. up here in the broadcast booth as always, and alongside me here tonight, Matt Marr jumping on and making the calls here tonight. Matt, how we feeling tonight, my man?
Feeling pretty good tonight, Paul. Thanks for having me again. Looks like we're getting ready for a good heat race for heat number 1 for the 150 laps tonight for our main feature.
Yeah, getting ready to get the Tim's Corner Motorsports, the TCM 300 this coming Thursday here on Vidane TV. Lots of drivers already qualified here tonight. The top 3 in the main show in the 100-lapper here tonight, they get to punch their ticket to that big show this Thursday evening live right here on Vidane TV. Going to be a whole lot of fun. Going to kick things off with a couple of heat races. Everybody making the show here tonight, so everybody out here getting 9-10 laps of a little bit of practice time, kind of feel things out, feel the car out, get some racing conditions under their belt. Richard Drake going to start P1. Goss on the outside in the 41 car. There's going to start on the outside, already throwing the green flag up there. Barney in the flag stand saying, let's get some racing going here on Vidane TV. And Richard Drake, he already wants to try and get himself a win. He's pulling away by about a half a car length over Tully in the 50.
Yeah, it seemed like Tully could close up on exit there, so we've keep it in touch. But a nice little gap so far for Richard Drake coming out of turn 2 here.
And you can see Tully trying to close the door. He's running a little bit lower on the bottom, so it's Drake, Tully, Goss in the top 3. And how about this cat right here, the 84 Shenandoah Shine of John Adams. We've been doing this Vidane TV broadcasting for about 3 years now, and I don't think I've called a race with John Adams in it just yet. So I've known John a long time, going back 20 years in the sim racing world. Very quick, former Coke Series driver here in the iRacing world, showing he's got a little late model action under his belt. It's gonna be cool to be able to see him in the 100-lapper here tonight. I know his crew chief's a little bit ticked off here at me. Sorry, crew chief Uncle Al, but whoa, he's getting a little bit of help there, a little bit of a nudge. I think crew chief Uncle Al told Todd Cousins to get into the quarter panel, the 84. Because man, oh man, that was close. They keep it straight, and Danny Vitch in the 29 car, he's gonna try and take advantage. He's beating up the back bumper of that 2 car.
Yeah, it's definitely a big battle right there from 4th to 6th there with Adams, Cousins, and Vitch. Will say though, like with everyone being locked in the field, it's just all about trying to advance your position for the feature. So I don't know. Is there too much of a cause of concern when you're trying to just do that, trying to make a better position, or are you just kind of just riding around right now, just trying to get laps from you?
Right now, it's almost like the 2 cars trying to push the issue just a little bit. You can see how hard he's driving into the corners, really sliding the back end of that 2 car around the racetrack. This is a good opportunity to really push the issue just a little bit, find out just how hard you can push that car a little bit further on back, the 73 car of Dave Horton. How about this, man? The 15 car of Garland Meadows, another fella that I've known for about 20 years here in the sim racing world, the sim racing community. John Adams, Garland Meadows back in the FTSR days. That's where we all got it started. But starting things off with a bang, the 141 taking the white flag here. He's trying to get himself yet another TCM heat race victory, get one of those trophies, and slap a Laker new sticker right on top of it. Irrational Richard Drake in the 141 going to take heat race number 1. Craig Tully going to finish 2nd. Jason Goss finishing 3rd. John Adams, Todd Cousins rounding out the top 5. And again, everybody making the show here tonight. We're running the heat races kind of like a final practice type deal where we get everybody out on track, green flag conditions. You kind of feel out what the car's going to do on a 10-lap run when you burn that little bit of fuel off, get that back end lightened up just a little bit, get a little bit of heat in the tires, and make a little magic happen. And sliding on down into a heat race number 2. How about that 38 car, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Saw him do very well in the RBR Maritime Group Season 6 here on Vidane TV in the past couple of months. Ryan Libby on the outside of him had a pretty solid year in the NAP series here on Thursday nights in on Vidane TV. Nathaniel Wall in the 924. He's going to start this race. Tony Wright, Ricky Miller, Patrick Cadell, Brandon Campbell. How about that? The 99 car. He got that thing started. He's fired up in that number 6 position. And Mitchell Montgomery going to round out the 8 cars in heat race number 2. And Matt, we've already got the lights off on the iRacing pace car. We're already getting ready to go green.
Yeah, just one thing I want to ask you actually. Near the end of the first heat, we saw Meadows just take a bit of a higher line. Like, do we think that the higher line is going to have some sort of advantage, or is it going to come into play later on in the feature today? Like, we saw him taking a different line compared to other racers in the first heat. Like, how different are the grooves here at Langley than anywhere else?
Well, I can tell you right now, if our buddy Ashton Enrique was here and he wasn't taking down Christmas lights, he would tell us that high line here at Langley is absolutely going to come in at one point or another. And really, we kind of alluded to it just a little bit. Heat races is kind of the best way to kind of test that out because, yes, the finish works. It definitely matters where you finish in the heat race. It kind of flips where you start in the main feature, but it's a good opportunity to really feel the car out with not too many issues out on track. How about this? 3 wide here at the start. 99 and Campbell able to stick down to the bottom side of the racetrack, get by 2 cars for the price of 1. Tony Wright, Patrick Cadell, a little side-by-side action. Travis Roma up front, 3 car lengths over Wall in the 924.
Yeah, we see Montgomery and Libby already scored out of the race. I'm not sure what happened there. There was connection issues. Everyone seemed to be a little spread out at the moment. I think it was the 09 of Wright trying to get the high groove started to see what his car will do right off the get-go. But Brandon Campbell makes some good ground so far up to 3rd.
You can always tell when the drivers are out there on track listening to the Vidane TV broadcast because you can almost see the middle finger from the driver's seat of the 99 car, Brandon Campbell. We kid because we care. Brandon Campbell, a good friend of ours here at Vidane TV, and he is on the move. He's gained 4 spots from the drop of the green flag here. 7 laps to go. He's got his sights set on that second place position of the 924, Nathaniel Wall.
Yeah, not sure what other drivers set up there in terms of what they're using to drive tonight, but we know that Brandon Campbell's on a controller, so he's doing pretty well so far. Up to 2nd place there, just almost clearing off past Wall.
A little onboard action with the double 9s, the 99 and Brandon Campbell. You can see he's trying to set his sights on the leader, the black and yellow machine of Travis Roma. But the 17 car, that monster ride, that black and green monster ride, sharp-looking car there. He's going to open the door up down the bottom side. He's going to bring Nathaniel Wall, try and bring that 924 Good Wrench Services machine with him just a little bit. You can see a little side-by-side action with Brandon Campbell, and you can already see, now that the tires are getting a little bit hot, we're getting a little bit of rubber on the track. That middle groove starting to come in just a little bit. And as we get in a little bit deeper into the 100-lap feature, I think we're going to move a little bit further, a little bit further up the racetrack, and it's going to be interesting on the final couple of laps here. But man, oh man, this guy has checked out popsicle sticks for Travis Roma in the 38 car. He's got himself about a 3-second lead over Ricky Miller in that 17 ride, about a car length back to Brandon Campbell there in the double 9 car. Nathaniel Wall, Patrick Cadell going to round out the top 5 so far. But there it is, the white flag, white rag, the 38 car, Roma.
Yeah, as you said it there, like Travis Roma having just a great heat so far. He looks like he's going to bring this thing home to another heat win for him. Over almost a 3-second lead, taking the checkered flag.
And there you see it, another one in the books. Travis Roma, Ricky Miller, BC 99, Brandon Campbell, 4 spots gained there in 10 laps. He's going to round out the top 3. Nathaniel Wall, Patrick Cadell, the top 5. And we got ourselves about a minute or so to kind of feel out the cars. A little final practice here for these drivers. We're going to talk to one of the drivers that really made some big moves, surprisingly, in that second heat race. Brandon Campbell, the 99. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Hey, man, great heat race there. We like to talk a little trash up here in the booth because everybody knows we're friends. But what do you got for this 100-lapper, man? Looked good in that heat race.
I don't really know. I didn't get much practice in. The car didn't want to start before practice, so I only got the last couple minutes. But I think it's going to be tough on tires, so I'm going to have to save those. Smaller fields, so I guess I don't really have to worry about too many cautions and damage, I hope. But it'll be saving tires for sure.
Getting ready to grid up. Go ahead, Matt.
I was going to say, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt there. I was going to say, Brandon, You mentioned you did some practice there, and we didn't see it much during this heat. But did you get a chance to try out that higher groove to see how well it worked for your car?
Yeah, it doesn't work for mine. I don't think it's gonna work for many. This track's super narrow, and you have to enter the corner a certain way, or you're just basically screwed on exit. So if you're stuck on the top, you're gonna want to get to the bottom as quick as you can, and if you don't, well, good luck.
Speaking of good luck, getting ready to grid here, 100 laps on the docket. Good luck. We'll talk to you after the race, hopefully.
Thank you.
Brandon Campbell, the 99, getting ready to roll off 6. And how about this qualifying order? There was a little bit of a hidden invert there in qualifying. We inverted the top 4 here. So Ricky Miller going to start on the pole. Craig Tully into the number 50 Tulco Electric ride, presenting sponsor here for the 100-lapper here tonight. He's going to roll off P2.
We got Travis Roman in P3, Richard Drake in 4th. Around top 5, Jason Goss. Brandon Campbell in 6th. John Adams in 7th. Nathaniel Wall 8th. Todd Cousins thrown off 9th. And around the top 10 is Patrick Cadell.
29 car of Danny Vitch going to start P11. Tony Wright, haven't heard that name in a little bit of time here on Vidane TV. That 09 car going to start P12 on the field here tonight. Dave Horton in the 73. Horton here's a what in the 13th position. Ryan Libby, one of the NEP drivers, going to roll off P14. That 15 car of Garland Meadows. It's so cool to be able to call a race here with Garland Meadows in it. Known for a long, long time. Good buddy of mine. He's going to roll off P15. Mitchell Montgomery and John Gahan in the 116 going to round out the 17-car field here tonight. Handful of drivers looking like they're actually going to miss the green flag here, still in the on-pit road. Mitch Montgomery, Ryan Libby, John Adams, John Gahan. So it looks like we got 13 cars out on track. This is going to be a banger, Matt.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I'm excited for this 100 laps. You know, not a lot of cars in this field, but I think we have a good potential for some good short track racing. Got a short track. I think we're going to have a lot of just bumper to bumper, just not a lot of spread outness. I don't think, and we're going to have people who just trying to close in, and a lot of, just like I said, a lot of side by side and trying to gain as much ground as possible.
Live and interactive all over the interwebs here tonight. We're live on Facebook, live on Twitch, live on YouTube. Talk a little bit of trash here in the chat, if you will. Josh Landell, big fan of Brandon Campbell. Mark G, he's another 99 fan. And man, oh man, it is going to be wild here. Pace car down on pit road. Barney in the flag stand says green. Green. A Tulco Electric TCM Showcase Open 100 is live.
We see Travis Irwin already getting a little aggressive and trying to gain as much ground onto the leader, and looks like he's got a little advantage on second place there. Not clear yet.
17 car able to pull away, able to take advantage of that 4-car invert there on qualifying, able to pull away just a little bit. Travis Roma tucked in behind him. Craig Tully in that 50 car. You bet your bottom dollar that 50 car going to be up in the top 5 most of the evening. Jason Goss, Richard Drake, their top 5 as they run here on lap number 3.
Everyone's a little single file right now. Oh, and the 2 cars just ran the Richard Drake there. Cousin, I don't remember his first name at the moment here. But yeah, it's just getting a little antsy at the moment here. Only 4 laps in. Gonna be not a lot of laps, 100 laps, but it's still a long day with a bit of a short field.
Yeah, and we got a little bit of time to kind of see these drivers in a 10-lap run there on during the heat races. So these guys kind of know what the race car is going to do, what the track's going to do after about a 10-lap run or so. We did have an extended 30 minutes in practice here, final practice. So we've got drivers have been on track for a long time, lots of laps out there. That 2-car very aggressive in the heat races and doing about the same here tonight, breaking his way very, very close into the top 5. 3 spots gained here on the night, but the biggest mover so far, that's actually going to go to that Major Mellon ride, the number 29 car. That Major Mellon Mountain Dew car is one of the most beautiful cars I think I've ever seen. It's super, super loud, and you can always look out into the crowd, the virtual crowd here at Langley Speedway or any racetrack that we're at here on Vidane TV. You always know where the Danny Vitch fans are.
Yeah, I totally agree there. With guys, like, they're not so much spread out that they can't reach them, but I feel like a lot of the guys are right now just kind of buying their time, just trying to see where they can make the moves. As we see Brandon Campbell go up racetrack a little bit. See Travis Roman got a little loose on exit, but he's still right behind the 17 car. Oh, we got a guy in the banks there coming up. Oh, yeah, turn 29 car right around.
Oh, that's going to bring out caution flag number 1. Man, oh man, Danny Vitch got crushed like a Mountain Dew can. That is tough here on lap number 10. Caution flag number 1. We'll take a peek here at the U-House Racing Designs instant replay. You see the 41 car, a little bit squirrely, comes back up into the racing group. Man, oh man, nowhere to go for the 29 car. 924, nowhere to go. There's another tap to just kind of get a little bit of insult to injury there, but you can see there's a little bit of help. Let's back that up just a wee tad bit.
Yeah, I didn't see any contact before, but this might be a change of view here.
That is tight. That's
close. Yeah, there might be a small amount of contact going in.
And that's not something we usually see out of the Laker News Ride, the 141 Irrational Richard Drake. Very clean, very respectable driver, and that might just be getting in there a little bit on the hot side. So you can bet there's a lot of conversation back and forth, a little bit of apologies there, and you can already see the 141 going to take the tap. He's going to go back to the back of the field here. Danny Vitch, the 29 car, going to jump down on pit road. He's going to grab him some tires, maybe beat some of the sheet metal square there and rejoin the field. He's going to be able to stay on the lead lap. So that's the good news there for the 141 of Richard Drake. Working a lap number 12 here. And man, I'm excited. This is an exciting time of the year because we got the big iRacing finales here at Vidane TV. We're kind of wrapping up. We just had a bunch of championships, 3 of them, if you wanted to count Liberty Racing, RBR Maritime Group, and the New England, Pennsylvania iRacing Shift Marketing Design Grand National Series, all crowning their champions here on Vidane TV over the past 2 weeks. One more championship to go, the TCM Special Events big main event race this Thursday night on Vidane TV. Going to be an absolute blast. And then we're taking a little bit of time off with the iRacing stuff. We do have the big Vidane TV 200. It's going to be 200 laps at Talladega. We got some awesome trophies that got put together by our buddy Ashton Reiki from Conway Customs. Very, very excited to get those announced and put up on the social media outlets, so be sure to be on the lookout for those. But then we're going to be taking a little bit of time off from iRacing and getting out to the real racetrack, and that's what it's all about, supporting your local short track wherever you are in the world. Find a local short track, get out there, buy a ticket, buy some t-shirts from your favorite drivers. Green flag flies. Once again, the 17 car, Ricky Miller, holding his own up top. The 38 car up there as well. He's going to really try and utilize that middle groove.
Yeah, I was just going to mention the 50 car there of Tully is just getting right on that 38's corner panel. It's going to be tough, like 3-way battle for the lead here, surely, I predict. Brandon Campbell's making a way through there, too, so he's not very far behind, but Travis Roman's really making a good charge for the lead here.
100%. You can see the top 4 kind of single file. Everybody pretty much single file. A little side-by-side action about mid-pack. You can see Todd Cousins very aggressive in that 2 car. Made a little magic happen there. He's going to bring the 924 car down on the bottom side there with him. Jason Goss in behind. The 73 car of Dave Horton getting a little bit hung out to dry up there in that middle groove. It's odd to see. These guys all have big setups, but some guys are able to really hold on to that high side and make it work. Other guys kind of struggle with it a little bit. There you see the 35 car, Patrick Cadell, moving right along there in P12. Tony Wright in the 09 car right in behind him. Garland Meadows holding his own, sticking up with the pack. A little bit of work to do here from P13, but already gained a couple of spots, moved himself up in the running order here, working a lap number 18, and you can see this battle for the lead. It's getting ready to heat up. The 38 car's taking a peek down low.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Dave Horton didn't have any help, to get into the high groove. It kind of looked like he either was trying it out or the 2 car kind of got into him. As we see, the 38 just takes over the lead from the bottom. To 17 car, Rainey Miller just kind of gets hang on the outside and gets shuffled back to 4th.
Roma taking over the lead. The 50 car of Tully going to move into P2. Brandon Campbell, how about that? The 99 car on a mission here tonight. 3 spots gained so far. Ricky Miller going to slide on back to 4th. Todd Cousins rounding out the top 5. these guys know that this Thursday night is a big deal. It is an absolute big deal. It's the closer, the main event, the WrestleMania, if you will, here for TCM, Tim's Corner Motorsports, in the iRacing world. You can see the battle for the lead starting to heat up just a little bit. Craig Tully trying to race his way into that big show here Thursday night. And keep in mind, top 3 podium finishers move on to Thursday night's big show. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Really looking forward to it. The top 3 kind of pulled away just a little bit. 2 car of Todd Cousins. He's going to muscle his way up onto P4. Nathaniel Wall, he's on the move in the 924 car. He's got some damage on that car, but man, oh man, that 924 car is quick as he's side by side with the 17.
Yeah, sorry, we just checking my Discord messages that you just told me. Yeah, we see the 41 just looks like it's taking over the 17 and just went back between Richard Drake and Goss there. Is gonna get shuffled back more. He's not doing too well on the high side there. We see some people trying to get it warmed in.
Yeah, dropping like a rock up there on the high side. Luckily, he's going to be able to slide into the tire tracks of Danny Bitch and the 29 Major Melon Mountain Dew ride. I can't believe how loud that paint scheme is. Everybody knows where Danny Bitch is running right here on Vidane TV. P8 and that beautiful paint scheme, the number 29 car. It's got its tight set, the crosshair set in the back bumper of the 141 Laker News ride of the Rash. The Rational One. Rational Richard Drake, and you can see he's got his sights set on Jason Goss in the 41 car, the 924, having himself a solid run in the 924. Todd Cousins up in front of him. They're all trying to chase down these cats up front. Man, oh man, Roma, Tully, Campbell, these guys want to make the show this coming Thursday night here on Vidane TV.
I want to get, and we're not even halfway through the race so far, but I want to give a shout out to Richard Drake. After the contact he made with the 41 early in the race, bringing out that caution, he did the tap roll, went to the back of the pack. Now he's back up in the top 10, almost in top 5 now. He's looking pretty strong. I think if we get a caution or two here, he might be a good contender.
And it's pretty cool, too. Rational Richard Drake, good friend of ours here at Vidane TV. You can actually go to Vidane.net, pick yourself up a Rash t-shirt. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. The 141 car having a little bit of merchandise over on Vidane.net. And it's really cool for me being able to do this iRacing stuff, call these races here with TCM, RBR, everybody up in the Maritimes of Canada, all over America, all the different leagues we've worked with. And it's kind of neat for me to be able to go to a racetrack locally, Stafford Motor Speedway, Waterford Speedball. I haven't been to Thompson yet, but I'm going to try and get there this year. And man, oh man, I'm trying to get to the Oxford 250 this year because it sounds like it's going to be a banger this year. Being able to see some video from some of the racetracks up in the Maritimes of Canada, over 1,000 miles away here from Vidane TV HQ, and be able to hear Rational Richard Drake say, Showtime, Paul Strickland Jr. was able to make me a t-shirt and put it online. That was really cool for me. So always trying to bridge the gap here at Vidane TV from the sim racing world to the real racing world. Get out and support your local racetracks. Get out and support your favorite drivers. And you can see the 29 car. He wants a little bit of that TV time. Danny Vitch in that 29 Major Melon Mountain Dew ride has his sights set on that Laker News ride, the 141 of Richard Drake. And he's already taken a couple of shots down low. Richard Drake kind of closed that door, said no thank you. But he's holding on to it right now. And you can see there's some damage on the front bumper of that 29 car, Matt. I don't think we're done seeing that 29 car be aggressive.
No, I think you're right there, but I think that was from the previous caution that was involved with Richard Drake earlier. Hard to say how well that car's handling because of it, but it looks to be in all right shape right now. As we see the 41 just kind of knock out the 2 out of the way, which brings the 141 of Richard Drake and the 29 coming through as well.
Excuse me, pardon me, my friends are trying to get into the top 5.
Oh,
24 into the
around.
quarter panel, caution flag flies.
Oh, the 17. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, no, the 35 car getting woed up just in time. Heartbreak for the Major Melon Mountain Dew Toyota for Danny Vitch. We'll take a look at the U-House Racing Designs instant replay. And man, oh man, was this a tough one. There you see the 924 getting up and... Shoot, that kind of tells the story right there, Matt. I don't know.
I think it's just more of an accordion effect. The 2 was just there, kind of checked up a little bit, and just nowhere for the 924 to really go. Except hit the 29, I guess. because he was low enough, and then boom.
And
I don't know, not a whole lot he could do in my opinion, but
yeah, that's a tough call. Regressive move there for the 924. We'll take a peek at it one more again just to kind of see another angle of it, but you can see it kind of comes in, gets down onto the apron, and it almost looks like that 924 jolts up into the back corner panel of that 29 car. So that is a tough break. And you can see the 924 actually down on pit road, coming off of pit road, gonna get some tires, get some of that damage taken care of here. Matt, we're already 9 laps from halfway. These guys clicking off laps like it's their job here at Langley Speedway.
yeah, no, you're right. I mean, like I mentioned before, like it's a bit of a smaller track than what we've ran previously, at least in my thoughts. But they've been running pretty quickly, like especially top 3 or 4. Been knocking the laps down, and like we see Richard Drake down in the top 4 now. I think he's got a good shot to with this caution to kind of get into contention. Whether he can keep up with the top 3, that's to be seen, because we see them get pretty spread out and pretty kind of gap the rest of the field here with Roma, Tully, and weird, and Brandon Caleb. Caleb must have pitted because he was in top 3.
Yeah, it looks like the 99 came down pit road, topped off on fuel, maybe grabbed himself a set of tires. That's going to make the 99 car pretty dangerous there of Brandon Campbell. And we've got the lights still on the pace car here. And we make mention every opportunity that we get here at Vidane TV. We like to bridge the gap from sim racing and real racing. We got a little bit of time here. We got about a lap before we get back green. Everybody knows where I'm going to be here in the real racing season. Where's Matt Maher going to be once we get going at the racing season?
I'll be following along with Tim Terry, doing some camera work for him. Going from racetrack to racetrack. My schedule won't be as open as it was last year due to other work obligations. But you'll probably see me at Scotia Speed World, Riverside for IWK 250. Hopefully Oyster Bed and Petty. Can't say about 660 here in Fredericton, but I'll be around the Maritimes for sure.
And I'm hoping to get myself up there as well. Still trying to get Brandon Campbell to send me a boat or a kayak here. Maybe pick me up in Bar Harbor up there in Maine. But absolutely trying to get a little Vidane TV action up in the Maritimes. Craig Tully getting a little action with the back bumper of the 141 there. We call that TC bump. Ted Christopher, you always get 3, right? 1 bump, hey, you're here, I'm here. Bump 2, hey, I'm a little bit quicker. Bump 3, get the heck out of my way. I need that spot. And you can see Tully trying to set his sights on the podium. Richard Drake, a phenomenal recovery after taking that tap there on the first caution flag here tonight on lap number 10. 3 laps away here from halfway, and the 141 holding on to that spot right now. Roma, Goss, Drake, Tully, Campbell, the top 5 as they run.
Yeah, and maybe I'm in a different mindset, but the way I've kind of watched Richard Drake tonight, it looks like his car does a little better on the longer runs. So if I was him, maybe I would just kind of get out of the way for a minute, shuffle back 1 or 2 spots and just wait for the car to come back and back up to me. Especially where, sure he's gotten the track position now, but tires have kind of cooled off under the pace laps, and kind of just let it get back to you.
Coming out of 3 and 4 here, getting ready to cross the stripe for that halfway marker. Cross flags for Travis Roma. He's going to hold on to the lead here once again. Jason Goss right in behind him. Richard Drake holding on to P3. Campbell and Tully going to round out the top 5. And you can see kind of single file up in the top 5, top 6. Craig Tully there in 5th. Danny Vitch a little bit further on back. Good recovery for him. Crazy to see. Biggest mover of the night, that Major Mellon Mountain Dew number 29 Toyota Camry. Back up into the top 10, running at 6th right now. And he has gained himself 5 spots where he's qualified. He's passed a whole bunch of cars here tonight as well, being involved in that incident a little bit earlier on here. And the 924, he wants a little bit of that action as well. He's all over the back bumper of the 29 inch.
Oh, yeah, I guess Rab's at the bumper there. Just giving him another nudge there, just to kind of tell him he's here. Gonna, like as you said, 1, 2, 3 roll. He's there. He's underneath him now. Looks to try to take the spot away, but the 29 just kind of slammed the door on him.
I believe believe up in the Maritimes they call that slightly giving her from the 924 car, trying to get up there and muscle his way in around underneath that 29 car. But Danny Fitch having nothing of it. Wall wants that spot. Danny Fitch says, no, sir. I'm going to hold on to it here for a couple of laps.
Yeah, Givener is definitely one to word of the year up here for moves like that. Really anything when you're trying to send it through and trying to hope it sticks and get that initial spot there. See Richard Draker just kind of under attack by the 99 of Brandon Campbell at the moment. He just doesn't seem his car's just kind of hanging with the top two there. But he's doing a good job defending it and just kind of waiting to see how he does here in the closing laps and with almost 40 to go.
Yeah, 56 laps in, and you can see that is the battle for the lead. Jason Goss wants it. Travis Roma has it. 141, the Laker News ride of Richard Drake holding on to P3 right now. Remember, the top three transfer into the main show, the big show, here this Thursday, the closer, the WrestleMania of the Tim's Corner Motorsports special events here in iRacing. Really looking forward to that show. Craig Tully and Brandon Campbell, they're going to round out the top five. Tully with Tulco Electric, the presenting sponsor here tonight. Got to give those guys over at Tulco Electric a great big old shout out. And man, oh man, Brandon Campbell's hungry. He wants that podium. He just took it away from the 141 of Richard Drake.
Yeah, we're starting to see some lap cars getting play here. We saw the 15 of Meadows just kind of go down a lap here. Are we going to see any more coming to play here lately? I see the Meadows is kind of at the end of the wall.
And the 15 car getting back into the sim racing just a little bit. Been out of the game for a couple of years and trying to get back into the super late models. Actually shot him the invite myself here tonight. Said, hey man, I've known you for 20 years. I've been doing this TV stuff for 3. And man, oh man, I haven't even called a race with your name in it. So got the 15 car of Garland Meadows in here tonight. Struggling with the handling just a little bit outside the top 10. And you can see just lost himself a lap there. But one of the cool things that the number 15 car of Garland Meadows can say, hey, he's up 3 spots from where he qualified 62 laps ago, and he beat former Coke Series driver John Adams in an iRacing race. John Adams struggling into the heat race with the handling of the car, parked it in the pit road. So, hey man, the results don't lie. Garland Meadows over John Adams for what could potentially be the very first time in 2 decades.
It's always good to have those positives, especially to finish above where you start. What I always like to see anyways. Never good to be behind the 8 ball when it comes to where you're finishing.
Forward momentum is the name of the game, and I'm actually looking forward here. I had a discussion with Garland Meadows here before the race here tonight. I've been doing the TV stuff for a couple of years. I took a long vacation from sim racing after having some issues about 10 years or so ago, but we still got the old wheel hooked up here. We might slap her up on the desk and try out some league racing here. If you want to see old Showtime in your weekly racing league, give me a shout out. Slide in my DMs, let me know, bring a couple of the boys with me, and maybe we'll get a little Vidane Racing iRacing team action getting ready to invade everybody here as the Vidane TV schedule with the iRacing broadcast kind of takes a back burner seat here, so to speak. We got a lot of stuff going on in the real world of racing here at Vidane TV. Going to be sponsoring once again the Rent-A-Race car group. We're going to be on the number 6 car at Stafford Motor Speedway. Bigger than that, though, Alex Bonato, Rent-A-Race car owner's son, going to be running full-time here, third caution flag here on lap number 68. Getting ready to cross the stripe for lap number 69. Nice, and that's going to go to Roma, but we'll take a quick peek here at that U-House Racing Designs instant replay. There's a little bit of ruthless aggression between the 2 and the 17. Seen both these guys made some crazy moves, and the 17 just gets in there a little bit too hot to trot and gets a little bumpy bump there for Todd Cousins in the Tulco Electric number 2 car, but he's able to grab a gear, get going once again, and he's pointed in the right direction. So the 2 car going to jump back up into the field, and it looks like we're having ourselves some pit stops here, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, probably a good time to get fresh tires on, especially for the leaders. You know, they've been running all day with basically the same set they started with. Yeah, well, I will mention, like, the 2 car and has been pretty aggressive. He literally got a little loose before going into that corner, and that's where the contact was made. But, yeah, this pit stop's happening. I'm sure we'll get some, maybe see some 2 tires, maybe some 4 tires, see where the track position goes. Like where are you prioritizing quickness, or if you want the refresh tires are going to actually do it for you.
And there you can see the tail of the tape. Jason Goss going to stay out on old tires, on 70-lap tires. Holy Toledo. Campbell and Wall, they came down pit road 31 laps ago. Tully out there on the original set of tires on that car as well. He actually just came down pit road, as a matter of fact. Indeed, he did. First car off pit road was that 50 Tulco Electric ride of Craig Tully. Danny Vitch going to come off pit road right in behind him. I believe it was a 2-tire stop for the 50 and the 29. So it's going to be interesting. Lots of different strategies up here, Matt, with the tires or lack thereof on these cars. A couple of guys out there with no tires, a couple of guys with 2, a couple of guys with 4. It's going to be an interesting restart here on lap 73.
Yeah, I'm a big believer, no matter where it is, the Dale Earnhardt theory of always take 4 tires. Fresh tires is better than no tires, in my opinion. I understand track position is always important, but having an extra grip and seeing how well it can do for you is I think is a better payout.
100%. It looks like we're getting them doubled up already. These drivers antsy to get back to it. Lights off in the iRacing pace car, and it looks like the 15 car of Garland Meadows going to call it Dunskeys for the evening. And like we made mention before, it's you got to see the silver lining. At least Garland Meadows in that 15 car, making his return to iRacing, making his debut here on Vidane TV. He can go down in the history books as beating former Coke Series drivers, number 84 of John Adams here at Langley. And you saw it live on Vidane TV. Matt, we're getting ready to restart here on lap number 73.
Yeah, I think Ghost got a good jump on the inside there. It's a great lead here, probably almost 3 car lengths over to the 924. Everyone seems to be a little spread out there. The 50 takes advantage underneath the 924, coming out of turn 3 there.
Business is about to pick up in a big way. These guys know they've got 25 laps to try and get on the podium, try and get in that top three, making it to the big show here this Thursday night here live on Vidane TV. Brandon Campbell trying to utilize those 4 tires in that 99 car, getting around all these drivers in behind him. He's going to set his sights on the podium. Danny Vitch, damage all over that freaking race car. He's still up here in the top 5, trying to make a little magic happen, looking low on the 99, doesn't have anything there. Campbell slams
the 41 coming around. Yes, right there.
Woo, caution flag flying once again late in the goings of this one. 24 laps to go. You can see Goss doesn't look like he's got some big time damage there, but there you see it. Oh my goodness, Matt. Was there contact between the 41 and the 50?
I can't tell right there, but it's probably coming into turn 1 when you come around here. Just because he was awfully close coming out of 4, yet there it is right there. He comes in there a little too hot. And this is where I think that tires, like having fresh tires, would definitely come into play. I understand having the like I said, having the track position, being in the front row. He got a good jump, but just seeing how quickly that 50 of Tully really got to him, it was only a matter of time whether he got him past him clean or just got it by a bump. I couldn't see him lasting all 25 laps, anyways. But hopefully with this pit stop, he'd be able to get back in it, and hopefully, doesn't take him too long to get back up front.
And there you see it, 2 tires for the 41, a little bit of damage repaired as well. This is big. This is huge. Our leader in second place car going to have to restart here from the tail end of the longest line. Jason Goss going to get a little bit of damage repaired on pit road, and Craig Tully, he took the tap. He's going to restart back there as well, getting into the back bumper of the 41 core. It changes up the top 3. It changes up the front row. We're going to get the restart with less than 20 laps to go here at Langley for the TCM Showcase Open, presented by Tulco Electric. Big time shout out to Tulco Electric and the gang for helping us out here with the TCM special events, as well as the entirety of the RBR Maritime season number 6 that you saw here on Vidane TV. For the Tuesday night action, the 17 car just barely making it off pit road. Holy smokes, in front of the pace car, going to stay on the lead lap. Nope, still
That's
a
a
lap
David
down.
Thunder's right there trying to beat the pace car.
That's it, slapping tires on it and getting after it.
But this will definitely be, if like, one of the biggest, if not the biggest restart of the night, especially seeing who the top 4, top 5 is, with damage on both the 29 and the 924 car, and even Richard Drake here got a little bit of damage there from previous cautions, as we see Travis Roman taking the green flag for the restart.
Lots
Getting
banged
a
up.
good jump.
Lots of bang go up first. Whoa, 2-car big bump in the 141. Almost hits him again. Richard Drake holding on to it. Zeus Marimba, the 924. He wants a shot at the title as well. They're 3 wide and behind him. 18 laps to go here, Matt. Holy smokes.
Oh, geez. Like I said, yeah, big restart here. The 41 takes advantage of the 09 slipping up. Geez. Holy smokes.
I think
He's seen the single file right now, but there's lots of action left to go here with 17 laps to go.
Everything looking A-OK here at this point, but how about this top 3? Travis Roma, half a second over Danny Vitch, and the Mellow Major Mellon Mountain Dew 29 car. The 99 of Brandon Campbell holding on to it in behind him. Richard Drake in behind. Todd Cousins, Jason Goss. He's got a little bit of damage in the 41 car, but he's bringing Craig Tully up with him through the field. These guys started at the back of the pack. They're 6th and 7th right now. They can just barely see the leaders out in front.
Yeah, we'll say it's definitely a good rebound by the 41 of Goss. Like, after being wrecked from the lead, he's making the way back over. I don't know if he has what it takes to get back up there, just with the limited amount of time left. But it's going to make an interesting last 15 laps here.
Little onboard action. This is one of the cool shots that we get to see here in iRacing and the real racing world when the driver wears those neon colored gloves. You can really see how they're trying to muscle work that steering wheel, make that machine do exactly what they tell it to. And right now, Craig Tully in that number 50 Tulco Electric ride, he is telling that machine to get the heck around the 41 car. Looking high, looking low, looking for an opening, waiting for Goss to make a mistake in the 41 car so we can try and get up on around him and set his sights on the top 3 to try and race his way in to the big show this Thursday night here live on Vidane TV.
Yeah, we see the 41 close to the 2 car of Cousins, just ever so slightly. He may crack the top 5 here, but I again don't see him having anything for the top 4. As we see, the top 4 is a little more spread out between the 38 of Roma and the 29 of Vitch. Just 6/10 there. I think it's a little too fanned out. I don't know if we can get any closer action going on.
And you can see Campbell holding on to 3rd right now. Richard Drake is there, though, and we've seen many, many times. Matt, you and I have talked about it off the books here. The 141 car is fantastic on a long run. We're getting to be into that long run zone just a little bit here. We know Brandon Campbell is aggressive. He's hungry. He wants to race the main show. He wants to be able to represent Tim's Corner Motorsports in that race this Thursday night. But so does the 141 of Richard Drake. And there you see it, a little bit of a bumpski and a bigger bumpski in behind him. Caution flag flies here, Matt, with 8 laps to go.
Yeah, do we have a replay on that? I didn't catch any of that. I was going to mention that the 141 seems to have taken care of his tires a little bit more to finish his race off. So we'll see if he can take advantage of 3rd place, especially with his restart coming up.
100%. We've seen a lot of aggression out of the 2 car there of the Todd Cousins and the 41 car, Jason Goss, always trying to get up towards victory lane. You see the
dive bomb here. Yeah, the 2 just came right down under dive bomb, and next thing you know, both of them just coming around here.
A little simultaneous spin there. Craig Tully, is he gonna make it? Nope. Oh, damage. Oh no, damage for the 50 car, the Tulco Electric ride. And man, oh man, you're less than 10 laps to go here in the big show here tonight. Do you risk coming down pit road, losing that track position for a little bit of a ding like that?
If you're the top 5, I would not. If you're anywhere from 6th to 10th, it wouldn't hurt, in my opinion. Just to having a fresh tires and see what they can do. One thing I was going to mention, if we didn't have Tully there in that little mess, I would start playing the Tokyo Drift song.
Yeah. A little bit of sideways action, slideways action here on Vidane TV. We got to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. We're live all over the heckin' internet. We're live on Twitch, twitch.tv/strictly94. We're live on the Vidane TV YouTube page, which you can check out all of our live shows. All you got to do, youtube.com/Vidane TV/live. That's going to pull up our next scheduled show. You can check us out, and man, oh man, have we got some cool stuff planned for the fall, for the winter of 2023, once we all kind of return to our hibernation and jump on back into this whole sim racing deal, this community, this fun festival that we call iRacing. And we're also live on Facebook on the Vidane TV page, as well as the Tim's Corner Motors page. Brent Patterson tuning in there as well, jumping on in, saying hello to Josh and the gang that are also tuned in. 4 laps to go, 3 laps to go with the restart. Matt, who you got?
Oh, gee, this is definitely tough to choose between the top 5. I don't think there's a bad pick at all between either of them, but I definitely think it's going to come down to the top 3 here between Roma, Veach, Campbell, Drake, if he can keep somehow get to the bottom, and Brandon Campbell looking spun the tires on a restart here. Going to give advantage here to Richard Drake.
Going to jump all the way down below that yellow line. No out of bounds rule here on the short tracks. He's trying to set his sights. He gives a bump to the 29. He gets a bump from Craig Tully, and behind him, Richard Drake on the high side. Stuck.
Yeah, the outside's definitely not in anyone's favor here in the last few laps. But I think it's really going to come down now with 2 laps to go between the Roma and the 29 of Veach.
White flag, a white rag, 1 lap to go when we cross the stripe. Craig Tully hungry. He is all over the back bumper of the 9s. Brandon Campbell, he's going to peek down low. Campbell slams the door, wrecking on in behind him, but we're going to finish this race. Travis Roma in the 38 car coming out of turn number 4, taking that checkered flag. He's going to bring Danny Vitch and Brandon Campbell into the main show, the big show, this Thursday night. Craig Tully says, hey, how you doing, buddy? Gives him a little bit of a tap as a congratulatory little bump ski there. And those 3 drivers, we're going to talk to them here in the Turn 4 podcast post-race show momentarily. But holy cow, Matt, let's take a look at this finishing order. This is a wild finish.
Wow. Roma, Veach.
Breathe.
Whew. Roma, Veach, Campbell, Tully, and Jason Ghost round out top 5. Wow, that was actually pretty wicked, to be honest.
Oh, I'm sweating from places that I didn't know that I could sweat. Tony Wright in the 09 car. Monster run for him. 6 spots gained on the night. He's going to come home 6th. Richard Drake.
Oh, wow.
Slides back just a little bit. Monster run for the 35 there at Patrick Cadell as well in 8th. Dave Horton, Todd Cousins, they're going to round out the top 10. Nathaniel Wall, in the 924 car, going to finish in 11th. Ricky Miller back in 12th. Garland Meadows making his TV return in that 15 car. Solid run. A little bit of trouble with the handling in the second half there, but finishes 13th. Mitchell Montgomery in the 12 wraps up the top 14. John Adams in the 84 ride going to be scored with 15th. John Gahan and Ryan Libby going to round out the field here tonight. And there you see it. It's a little slow motion burnout action for our winner. But man, I think I'm going to slide on down pit road just a little bit and talk to this cat that finished 3rd, made his way downtown, and well, he's going to be racing in the big show here this Thursday night. Brandon Campbell, great run, my man.
Thanks. I feel like I just talked to you guys a couple minutes ago. This went quick.
Yeah, 100 laps in the book here real quick. Everybody trying to chase down that final podium spot there. And, well, the 99 car taking it home. What did the car kind of feel like there? We saw you come down pit road there about halfway. What did you do? 2 tires, 4 tires? How did it affect the handling?
Well, these things, it's just better on iRacing to put the right sides on. And I came down early kind of assuming nobody would pit at all because, it's only 100 laps. But, again, the green flag runs. So it kind of screwed me in the end because I got real tight with about 30 to go. And then that caution where Goss got spun around, I got put on the outside, and I thought it was over. But I guess I got back to the bottom, and we got lucky at the end.
We're trying to get a good shot of your race car, but man, oh man, Danny Vitch, he's excited to make the show. He's doing a burnout, and your car's just kind of in a cloud of smoke. So, but we got a lot of logo on the 99 car, Brandon Campbell. You're making the big show here this Thursday night. We knew you were going to be a part of it one way or another, whether it's down on pit road, maybe holding the camera, but you get to strap up and throw the gloves on, throw the boots on, go to work, punch in for the big show this Thursday night. Who's getting you there?
Reaper Speed Lab, Pull Down Motorsports, Trayton and Caden and the boys, they've been huge because I still really don't know how to drive these cars, but they help me day by day. I know it's a pain for them because they're pretty good at it, but yeah, they do the best they can. RPM Racewear in Ontario, Nagy's pretty good at that stuff, and you guys and Tim for putting this on one last time for the year.
Got a night off to do a little bit of practice here, and the big show comes up Thursday night. Hey, man, we'll see you then.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. Going to catch up with the top two drivers here. Tim Terry jumping on in the broadcast trailer here. Tim, that was a heck of a show.
It was. The top two have requested to go over to their Discord because they are locked out, even though their invite is valid for Discord. So is that possible?
100%, because we do things live here on Vidane TV, and we always try to make sure that we get the magic to happen here. Going to catch up with the second place finisher, Danny Vitch, excited to make the ride, make the show, doing burnouts, not even able to get good shots of the winner, the third place car. There's so much smoke down there. We can't even see that beautiful paint scheme on the 29 car, the Major Melon Mountain Dew ride. So loud. Bright green, everybody out in the stands wearing those bright green 29 shirts. You always know where the Danny Vitch fans are. Danny, you come home runner-up here tonight. What a phenomenal run, man. Talk to us.
Yeah, it was pretty rough starting out there. I got in 2 wrecks early, and then I really don't know how I ended up where I ended up, but it's where it worked out.
100%. And, man, we saw some crazy action here on the track here for 100 laps at Langley. Went by pretty quick, still early on in the night. Got a night off here on Wednesday night. A good opportunity to tune into Tim's Corner Live tomorrow night, live over on the TCM Facebook page. But you got some time to get some practice in. Is there anything you can kind of work on now that you're in the big show here for Thursday night?
Well, this is my worst track by far. I don't know if you remember the RBR race, but I was lapped by the 7th place guy by lap 45 or something like that. I ended up just parking it and drinking beer. So there's not much I can do here, but I don't know, show up, I guess.
Showing up is half the battle, and well, just about every battle that you get yourself into. But man, it's a great race here tonight. We know Major Melon Mountain Dew. We got a trunk load of that stuff. That gets you to and from the virtual racetrack. Who else helps you out? Who else is getting you to the big show here this Thursday night?
We got the RBR boys. They're, I was in Discord. It's a good time. Budweiser gets us to the track. They're not on the car, but they should be. Outside of that, it's just, it's a good time. Thank you guys for putting on the show. It's fun.
And making the big show here this Thursday night. Danny Vitch, phenomenal run here, finishing second. Hey, we'll see you Thursday night here on Vidane TV.
Have a good night, guys. Thank you.
And just a little bit further up the racetrack over in Victory Lane. Speaking of Bud Light, the wobbly pops are flowing here in Victory Lane. Man, oh man, Travis Roma getting yourself another win here on Vidane TV. And even bigger than that, potentially, racing your way in to the big show here this Thursday night. Talk to us. What are you feeling?
It feels good. It was kind of a smaller field tonight, but just happy with how smooth the night went, and she just worked out for us. And I was more mirror watching, hoping Danny was going to pull off the second place. I mean, he has the ugliest race car I've ever seen in my life, but I'm happy to see him get in the show and have a good run and get to chat with you guys. And with Tulco driving through Goss there at the end, that kind of helped her situation out too. So.
Yeah, one of these days we're going to have to get up with Tim and maybe talk about a potential fan vote for the best paint scheme. I think that 29 is going to take the vote. That's a beautiful paint scheme there. That Major
That's what I'm saying.
I think you guys are drinking a little too much before these broadcasts.
Getting in a little wobbly pop action throughout the race. We don't condone drinking and racing, but we may or may not partake. But
it's all right virtual.
And a solid run here tonight. Getting another W here on Vidane TV. RBR's all wrapped up. TCM getting ready to wrap up here this Thursday. We going to see it any real racetracks up in the Maritimes this spring, summer?
Oh man, I don't know. Our car's been in the trailer for a year and a half now. I got to run for Pete Miller last year. Just one race there at the beginning of the season, but that was the only track time we had. And kind of we were going out and helping Brentley there a little bit and stuff. So still getting to the track. It's not with a race car, but just got a couple projects on in the shop. Once I get those tied up, then we'll get the car in and see where we ended up in the season. Maybe the end of the year. There's a couple big races locally, so we'll try and get geared up for that.
100%. We'll have to see if we can maybe ship up a couple of Vidane TV stickers and kind of slap them on there somewhere. But lots of action here tonight. iRacing getting ready to kind of take the back burner. Real Racing taking over here, trying to get out to the real racetracks as much as we can. Who gets you there, Travis? Virtually? Real Racing, who helps you out?
Oh man, we have a lot of people, Real Racing deal. Like Kenny there. Kenny Graham, Riser Fab there, they sponsored a couple RBR races. They help us out big time. And, just all of our buddies and stuff. And same with on here. It's just fun coming on and racing with the guys and getting on Discord. So just all the RBR guys. And, so that's about it.
Big win here tonight. Walking into the big show here this Thursday night with the buffest swag. The 38 car means business. Going to try and take another checkered flag here on Vidane TV. But taking the win here tonight at Langley in the TCM Showcase Open 100 presented by Tulco Electric. Travis, congratulations.
Thank you very much. And thanks to you guys for putting on another good broadcast. And we'll see how Thursday night plays out. It's going to be a long race. And all season I've been trying to play the saving game and strategy that way. It just didn't work out in the RBR stuff. But maybe this long race will play in my favor. So
100%. And going to wrap up here, just a few final words with the big boss man, Tim Terry. Tim, that was a phenomenal race.
Considering the short field that we had, it wasn't bad. These guys put on a show, and looking forward to Thursday night. We've got just finalizing provisionals here. There will be a fan vote tomorrow night on Tim's Corner Live, so tune in for that and vote one of the drivers into the show. Should be a good time. And this real racetrack stuff, Travis, aren't you guys doing the kart race in a few weeks?
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that. We are.
Yeah,
we're. I don't know what the plan is. I think we're actually. There was talk from Craig of getting an Airbnb, so we might be able to have some wobbly pops there after the race. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, we're going to be doing the karting race at you guys.
Yeah, there you go. And we've got 14 teams already, so that should be fun. And I know I can almost guarantee that if you guys don't win, you guys will win the party, right?
Yeah, we're not going to. We've seen the entry list. I don't know if we can weight-wise and age-wise keep up with the young guys, but we'll see how it plays out. That's going to be a long race too. So we'll either way, that's just going to be. We're not going with any. We're just going to have fun. So we'll have fun there, and then we'll hopefully have some fun afterwards too.
Your team might be going for fun. We're going to win.
Okay, well we're going.
Shots fired.
Between the two, somebody's going to win the team rivalry, right?
Well, I was just going to say, if we can't get it done between the other 12 teams, we're definitely going to have one between our two teams.
That's right.
It's going to be a good show on April 29th. And Paul, as we mentioned, Tim's Corner Live tomorrow night. We have Richard Gauthier, Marc Gautreau, and Joe Savoie from Radical Speed Sport joining us. So that's going to be a good show tomorrow night. Hopefully, I do not get my wrist slapped or whatever from last week. Everything is moving forward. That's going to do it tonight. Paul, when's your next? Well, your next show's Thursday with us, right?
Yeah, next show's Thursday night. We're off. Well, we've finally gotten through the winter-fall season here. Weekly racing, kind of wrapping it up here on Vidane TV, but we've got that massive show, the Vidane TV 200, April 30th. It's a super speedway team race put together by Wes Hogue and the Liberty Racing Group. They're going to be, they've got a spot open for 3 more teams. $20 driver entry. $500 goes to the winning team of 4 drivers, whichever team can come up with the most points in that one race, and there's going to be $100 on the line for the overall race winner. And oh, by the way, Conway Customs and Ashton Reiki hooked us up with some fantastic hardware that we're going to be throwing up on all the social media outlets this coming weekend. That's going to be a whole lot of fun, and it's going to shine bright like a diamond. Well, it's going to shine bright like a red LED light anyway. But that's going to wrap things up here for Vidane TV. Join us this Thursday night. We got the big show, the biggest race in the TCM iRacing season, and jump on over to that Tim's Corner Motorsports Facebook page tomorrow night for episode number 98 of Tim's Corner Motorsports Live. That's going to wrap it up here at Vidane TV. We'll catch you on the flip side, and when we do, we are going to be doing it live.